My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who knows that they owe you an explanation, they owe you some truth or answers to your questions, but they also appreciate that when they come through and tell you the truth, that it's not going to be easy and it could actually start quite a lot of drama. So there's this trepidation or fear when I do actually tell you what's going on or what has happened. How will you handle that truth, and am I going to be in trouble? So let's go in spirit with a little bit of wind chime chime. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. I think it's still just a little bit too dark in here. So let's light another candle. The candle I'm lighting I did make, but it's not as cool as the candle I'm not lighting. You guys like the picture? I'll be telling you all soon when I have those available. I've got another couple of batches to make. But let's dive in. Let's see. I think we will start with the Egyptian tarot. Hello, Rick. How are you doing? What else do we have? Oh, why did I put it back over there? Let's put you over there. There we go. Is that better? All right, what else do we have? Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Three of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone who feels like you are the one that got away, someone who feels like you are the main thing missing from their life. They're coming back around. This is why they feel like they have some truth to share. This is someone who feels like they should have defended your connection or should have defended you, but they did not. They did not treat you the way that they should have. Perhaps they were being dishonest with themselves about how important you are to them. But they're coming back around. There's something that has happened. I don't feel like you are aware of this other problem. It seems relatively unrelated and that it's a different part of their life, but something else happened, losing a job, argument with a family member, something else happened, and it's made them that much more aware of how important it is to treat the people you can trust with respect. So they feel like they need to tell you something. And I feel like you're kind of over it. Hello, Hello, Martin. How are you doing? Aw, are you looking for ammo? Hello, Jit. How are you doing? Oh, happy early birthday. Hello, Grindhard. How you doing? Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Marion. What's going on? Hello, Sarim. Hello, Kevin. Ten of Swords and Eight of Swords. I think you feel that the distance between you and this person is probably quite justified and maybe even making things easier for you in your life. You're looking at it as, yeah, animal control took care of the problem in the backyard, I don't feel like you wanted to hear this truth or that you want to, because you feel like this person lost control. They've come out as the Emperor, so they've figured out something. Nine of Swords, Judgment. They're worried that you've already made up your mind and you're not interested in more information on this connection. Like, yeah, that's great. All of that information helps me understand things better, but you still did what you did, Can't go back in time. Sorry. I really like leaning into the Minnesota accent when it comes out like that. I think they are worried this is just a little bit hopeless. I could come back and tell you the truth, and it could be unmotivating, Thank you, or else. How's your day going so far? That's horrible. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can... All right, we're going to play a game here, and it's going to be... I'm going to pretend you're actually talking about food. I like the midget pickles. Hello, official. How are you doing? Oh, let's not make assumptions on who has found their religious beliefs and who has not. I find that to be quite judgy for, you know, someone talking about a religion that says judge not, yet you be judged. I'm going to put you in a little baby timeout. Hello, madam. How are you doing? Hello, Aiden. That's not what I'm here for. Hello, Arash. Hello, Japanese gangsta. How you doing? So with the Knight of Wands and the Two of Swords and the Page of Cups, I feel this is someone who's coming back around. They're going to apologize to you. They have a sense of urgency because they feel if they wait too long, their chances diminish to potentially get something corrected or resolved here. So they're trying to find the right moment, but they feel like they have to act quickly. Thank you, Avdesh. How are you doing? Sounds good. Hello, Batu. Or not. Thank you, Greatheart. Hello, Carl. How are you doing? Hello, Beats. What's going on? From the Netherlands. I was there for, do they call it Queen's Day? And loved it. Don't worry, I had orange clothing, so it worked out. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups with the Six of Swords in the reverse. I know that I have to, like, basically come back around with the truth. If I don't have the truth, then I'm not going to get anywhere with this person. But beyond that, I also have to be loving. I also have to be compassionate. Maybe you were the nice one. Maybe you were the one who was supportive. I feel like this is someone who's saying, I can't come back around and be like, you know, half loving or kind of supportive. This person won't listen to me or won't want me in their life if I have that same meh attitude, right? They'll leave me out in the cold. They'll be like, no, that's exactly where I want you, wherever I can't hear you. Or see you, perhaps. Because this was a pretty significant argument. This is not just who gets to pick the movie, right? This is not just, you know, what do you want for dinner? This was an argument that made someone feel very small and made them feel attacked. And I feel like that the person who feels they need to apologize is the person who lost their temper. But they're very focused. What do I need to do to get this second chance? Because I don't want to lose you. Hello, David. Hello, Tamek. Hello, Danushka. Hello, Aryanyada. I was so close. It's AV, not EV. So close. Yeah, Danushka, come on. Let's not do the repeating things, please. Hello, Kashan. How are you doing? Hello, Luke. I hope you're having a good day. I might have some time to do more of the ASMR readings. It's been too long. Probably close to a year, actually, which is kind of unforgivable. Part of it is I don't have all my books unpacked, which is detrimental to my happiness. Hello. Okay. How are you doing? That's your question, Vikas? Nice. Hello, Vivek. I believe it is. I know not everyone does. Page of Wands and the Six of Cups. This person feels they need to bring you a gift, not just the truth. They need to bring you a gift. And they need to communicate about the sweeter times. They can't just be task-oriented. 8 of Cups. I feel that they have fewer people in their inner circle than they did before, which may sound like a bad thing, but I think it's actually a good thing. There may have been someone in the family or a best friend that did not like the two of you or got in between the two of you. I feel they're going to tell you that there's someone here who's no longer a friend or no longer, like, they're not in contact with that person. With the 1 heart. 2 of Wands in the reverse, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Hanged Man. Clarifying the 7 of Swords. I feel like I didn't even mention the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is dishonesty. Trickster energy. I can't be dishonest. The only way that I can have a second chance with this person is if I am honest and I'm willing to work at the things that I didn't work on the last time. I feel like this is someone who at least can articulate what needs to be different. The question is, are they going to show up differently as well? This is the Beginner's Tarot. Hello, Robert. How are you doing? Is that a command, Graham? Ooh, favorite book I obsess over. Well, I mean, see, if we talk about favorite books, then we have like the top 3. But Edgar Allan Poe, I have 2. Let's see, I have a collection that's illustrated from Peggy that is gorgeous. It's different artists. And then there's also the anthology that I have, which is a lot. You know those real thin pages? Those are my 2 favorite books. But I will also say that I read, hold on, I have to remember the name of it. Oh, El Eterno Femenino in Spanish for school, and loved that. That's technically a play, but it's social commentary. 8 of Cups, the Magician in the reverse. Uh-oh. This better be saying they're leaving the manipulative ways behind. So they walked away from this and found out that they didn't want what was out there. So this could mean this is someone who dated other people and they were like, oops, that was dumb of me. I'm out here looking for something that I already had and I let that go. That's like the best possible interpretation of this. I feel like this is someone who knows how to articulate what they need to do differently, and they know how to like charm you or make it seem like they've learned a lesson. I don't think they've actually learned a lesson. Not with the Magician in the reverse, 9 of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Wands. And the 3 of Wands. Yeah. See, they're getting ready to communicate with you. They're getting all like excited. They feel like they've got like the courage or motivation that they need. But I feel like this has something to do with their vanity. Not wanting to admit that you were the one that walked away, or not wanting to like really do all the work, just get all of the recognition for it, right? Thank you, Octavian. How are you doing? For those of you with personal questions, I start those at about 30 or 35 minutes in with priority to those who tip. And Graham, I'm going to ask you to show some respect or I will show you the door. By the way, if you are learning tarot, I would recommend the Beginner's Tarot, which is what I'm currently using, because it has so much information on the cards. I feel like this is saying they're going to sound like they know exactly what they need to do. They're going to say all the right words, but if their actions don't match those words, then you know this is someone who's just trying to trick you, someone who's trying to make it seem like everything is great. But we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who I think just doesn't want to be left out or doesn't want to be the person who was left behind. So it could even just be a little bit about ego. You know, if I can get you to accept me back and then I reject you, now I'm the one who is, you know, better. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Nine of Swords in the reverse, and the Tower with the Four of Cups. You shook this person up by rejecting them when they are quite used to being the person to walk away. Now, maybe you were the one who ended the relationship, or maybe it's just the fact that you called them out on some behavior that previously most people did not call them out on. Either way, I feel there is some tension because you were willing to speak to this person, or you demanded to know the truth when they thought that their lies were real shiny and effective. But you weren't impressed. So this has had them kind of like scratching their head, trying to figure out what's the right approach, how can I get what I want? If my regular tricks aren't working, I might have to actually come up with some new ones, right? Oh no, I don't want to work. Ooh, almost just lit my shit on fire. This is the Situations deck. Sounds good, Luke. I'm going to write down that last name because that's the part that I think I would forget. Appreciate the recommendation. What's up, Gnostic? I hope you're having a lovely day. So we have this fake energy, somebody who is not actually healed, trying to make it seem as though they would approach the connection with you in a different way, but they're still a clown. They're still upset because word on the street is you felt like they weren't good enough for you. So they want this access granted. They want to get back into your inner circle or have you forgive them, not because they are prepared to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, but because they might be a little bit thirsty, because they want to be seen as desirable. They're going to tell you things like maybe that they love you or that you're their soulmate or maybe even your twin flames. They're using these words not to describe how they actually feel, but to get you to be happy and to feel like you could have a happy long-term relationship with them, but it's short-lived. Unconditional love came out in the reverse. So they're focused and fascinated, but for the wrong reasons. It's like, no, I can't abide that you have lost interest. I don't like that you feel like you can move on. I want you to be fighting to get me back, right? How's it going, Raziel? Oh, I hope she's happy. Ooh, that sounds busy. I hope it's nicer weather where you are. Let's see what else we've got. This is the Gypsy Oracle. What else is going on with this fake healed person? The one who's pretending that they're different. Pleasure seekers. This is like someone's doing this for an audience. They want to make sure that maybe your friends or their friends or anybody really looks at it as, you know, that it was on their terms. There's something here about you that this person likes to be able to brag about. Maybe there's a lot of other people that are interested in you, and so they kind of feel like, you know, they're the one who has the most desirable partner. But they feel like there's other people that would, in an instant, if they had an opportunity, take their place and be with you. So because of that, they're trying to find a way to not lose you because of what you say or whatever you decide, right? Hello, Allie. My name is Carmen. Hello, Amanda. So we have the joyfulness card. Someone who's trying to pretend that they're fine without you, but what they're trying to do is level up the relationship because they want that reputation or that notoriety. They want to be the person who is envied because of the partner that they have landed. Maybe they really liked that. It's not the right reason to be in a relationship, though, is it? Hello, Mark. How are you doing? Hello, William. Hello, Loon. What's up? Hello, Capo. Cheerfulness. Why do I feel like their cheerfulness is fake and they feel like you are actually okay? Whew, Lord. Okay. So basically, they know that they were not reliable. They know that maybe they partied too much or connected to people that were not trustworthy. They weren't making the right decisions in the relationship. Some of you may have a child or children together, but this is someone who's very focused on how do I get you to take me back, at least for a little while, so that I can be the one who makes the decision, so that, you know, people are still jealous. I don't really like that. I don't. This is the hidden truth. Let's see what they're really thinking. Hey, Lainey. How are you doing? Thank you, Danushka. Hey, Amy. How are you doing today? What is this person thinking? I don't know how to feel. I am in a committed relationship. What? The person who's coming back around to you? Oh, Lord. Well, they said that this person was, oh, okay. So this is somebody who has another person lined up or is literally in a relationship, but they want to see if they can get you back. If they can get you back, then they want to be in the relationship with you. But it's like they're also waiting for you to make things right. We have, I miss seeing you. I don't know what comes next. All right. And from the Untold Messages of the Heart, first, you are the one, the only one. Remember that soulmate card came out? This is going to be someone who feels like they have to make it clear that they would be choosing you. You're the only person that they want. But they also feel trapped or have felt trapped because being emotionally happy or mature in a relationship makes them feel vulnerable. So they've asked for space, maybe in the past, maybe recently. You make me lose my cool, and I just don't know how to act in your presence. Maybe they sense that you're seeing through their tricks or their deception. I feel like I've lost you, and I'm not coping well with it. I will be writing you a message. So they're trying to put together the right sentences and words and phrases that would get them another chance. The problem is they only have the words. They don't really have a lot that they can show for the supposed changes that they've been working towards or on. So you might see right through it. You might not be interested. Well, let's see. This is what's the news. What else do we need to know, please? Amy, I don't always call one out, but if it is pretty strong on one sign or another, then I do tend to call it out. I have seen it kind of all over the place. I would say there's a lot of air energy. So possible Aquarius, Gemini, Libra with the swords, 9 of swords, 7 of swords. We had Judgment. I think that's air, isn't it? No, it's fire. Forgive me. What else do we have? Yeah, I don't know that I would say there's any one particular. It's just seeming like this is someone who feels the most important thing is I have to tell this person the truth, but it's not really the truth. It's like, here's how I felt, and that might be true, right? These are my feelings, and I'm sharing them. That's a good thing. But as far as their intentions, I don't feel like their long-term intentions are what they claim to be. They're doing too much. They're trying so hard to get you to believe this is who they are, this is what they want, that it seems not genuine. So we have someone who starts looking for dirt or feeling like, I don't think that's true. Maybe this is a best friend of yours. Maybe this is a family member of yours. But somebody over here is like, I don't think you're being honest. Why don't you tell me again, what was the reason that you walked away? Why was there a leaving and not caring moment? Doing too much, excessive, overindulgence. I think they are hiding a person from you. I think they started dating someone new because we have that I'm in a committed relationship. And they don't want to tell you about that. They just want to see if they could potentially get you back. And you're too self-aware. You're looking at this as, why should I trust you? When have you demonstrated that you are trustworthy? Wasn't there like a Family Guy episode where Brian and Stewie just kept going back with like more and more upward inflected, like, is that what you really, really want? Are you sure? That's what I want to say to this person. Are you sure? Kind of seems like you're lying. Yeah. See, I think when things got tricky between you and this person, they already had someone else that they were talking to or someone that they had in mind. This person came through as the Emperor. I think that they are hiding someone else that they are interested in or have been talking to because they want to make sure that if there is a chance to save face and make everyone in your social community see you as like the, oh, I don't know, I can't really leave you, I can't forget you, then they feel like they win. But like, if they get you back, are they going to stop talking to that other person? I feel like that's an important question. Going against expectations, rebelling, defying norms. Ghost. No closure, cowardice, disappearing act. Tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught. They have something to hide here. Coming back around with the truth, my butt. This person's lying still. Hey, I know that you think I just lie to you all the time, but guess what? I'm not lying to you about this anymore. This is the truth about what actually happened. Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry about that. We don't need to talk about. No. You should really not look. Don't look at that. They're still hiding. They're still lying about what's going on. It's really like their argument is, but I'm lying about less things. Isn't that great? It's not 15 lies. It's only 5. Isn't that improvement? Do I get a cookie? No. No, they don't. Because they still cause problems. They're still lying. Yep, exactly. Hello, Melzy. I'm sorry you're going through that. Right? It really does not take very much to just say, hey, sorry things didn't work out. I wish you the best, you know? I sleep better when I act like an adult. Hello, how are you doing? I said hello to Laura, right? Did I say hello to Laura? Forgive me, Laura, if I did not. Yep. I can't read that without hearing the dude from True Blood. Sugar. Isn't that how he said it? We have the Devil and the High Priestess with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. They obsessed with you so bad. They're so obsessed. Look, maybe the person that they started dating after you, initially they felt like this was a great opportunity because this person doesn't call me out on my stuff, you know, whatever, they're attractive. This person still wants you. The Emperor still wants you, even though they have this person who's like, whatever, okay, I'll do whatever you say. They still want you, and they still want that like lift in their reputation because they're associated with you. So they have admitted, I don't want to continue to be in this argument with the High Priestess. I have to fix things with this person. Remember, the Emperor could be a woman, the High Priestess could be a man. I'm not reading physicality. Chariot and the Seven of Cups. It's like a traveling circus. I'm coming through. I'm going to knock on your door. I'm going to tell you I've got some truth to tell you. And I might actually tell you something that's truthful. But I'm still a Seven of Cups. I'm still an illusion. I'm still not interested in showing you everything that's going on. Baby. It's like if you're talking to someone online and you're like, hey, I just want to know like what you look like. And they send you a picture of this part of their face. And they're like, here's 1/4. Does that help you figure it out? And you're like, you weirdo. I was actually talking about the whole face. You know? This is not somebody who's actually being honest. They're just like pointing to one thing that they're doing that isn't a lie. How gracious. Oh, thank you for not lying about literally everything. That makes me feel so much better. So whoever you are, High Priestess, you're also coming through as the Queen of Swords, which is to say you're too small for this. You're like, sounds like a lie. And they're like, what? No. You're too smart. So I feel like you reject this person and they're BS. Did I say hello to Rachel? Please tell me I said hello to Rachel. Hello, is it Isa? Oh, no. Nope, we got Sagittarius in there. Yeah, they're just not as artsy as the tarot cards. Hello, Avi. I hope everything goes well with that. I'm sorry. It could be. Hello, Sandy. How are you doing? Hello, Harvey. Oh, wow. The High Priest. Four of Swords. So you are somebody that is admired or looked up to. Maybe it's like 5 people who admire you, but that's still a large representation of the community because this person's obsessed with you because of how people look at you, the fact that you are desirable or that people envy them when they are with you. So they feel like their only chance to save what they have with you is by pretending that they have healed and that they are your match. High Priest or the Hierophant and the High Priest or High Priestess are divine counterparts. But this is somebody who's faking it. They don't actually know. Knight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I think you know. This is not something that you need. This is not something that you should invest in. Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Swords. So even though you might be tempted to be a little bit like blunt or unkind, I do feel like you choose the high road here and just say, you know, I don't think that that would be a smart idea. I do hope that you're doing well, but I think I need to focus on other matters at this point. Because you know, if you tell this person that they're lying, it's just going to open a can of worms, and you don't have time for that can of worms to be opened. Hello, Anne. What's going on? Hello, Tara. That's true. I agree, Rachel. But it's what I want. All right. Raziel, that's funny. Maybe it was just the closest picture available, right? Will Sanvi get a good score in exams? Yes, make sure you are being comprehensive in your approach, meaning maybe you're really good at 80% of the material and you like that because it makes you feel comfortable. Make sure you're studying that other 20% too, right? Be comprehensive or universal in your approach. Hello, Mark. I don't think I said hello to you. That's true. All right, I have an idea. I am going to actually pull from the Magic 8-Ball cards. These have answers that are variations on yes or no. And I'm going to pull 3 of them. So if y'all have 3 yes or no questions, example, does Billy have a crush on me? The answer is either yes or no, right? Go ahead and come up with those 3 questions. And I shall pull 3 cards for you. All right, what do we have for question number 1? What do we have for question numero 1? Don't bet on it. What do we have for question number 2? Hello, Kanal. How are you doing? Question number 2. Not even a little bit. What about question number 3? Oh, thank you, Melzy. You could always pause the video. Sorry. Should I do 5 just in case? Sagittarius, that would mean that none of my readings work. So, I don't know about that. I don't think I would be here if that were true. Energy is not something that is only in your physical room, right? So, question number 3. Maybe. Sometimes they play games, you guys. Question number 4. Under no circumstances. Oh, I sure hope so, Anne. No worries, Melzy. All right. Next one. Are we all ready? No, Carmen, I'm not ready. Slow down. We have, that would be a YES. All right. I hope that helps. Hello, Country Fried. How you doing? All right. I will see you on the next reading. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And I'll see you later. Toodle. I forgot the S.